Hello children, how are you? I hope you all are happy and healthy. Today we will do the 7th chapter of class 4, that is jugs and mugs. But before that, let me show you a few things. Let's see if you have seen them before. Here, first of all, we have a packet of chips, a packet of 1 kilogram sugar, a bottle of cough syrup, a bag of 5 kilogram rice, cooking oil, a bottle of soft drink, a bottle of eye drops, a packet of pulses, a small pack of butter, and a pouch of milk. It seems as if someone has done some shopping for home. Do you also go to the market for shopping? You must have gone. Maybe with your elders. When you go for shopping, you need to take care of a few things. Come, let me ask you a few questions about it. So tell me, do these two pockets have equal amount of chips in them? No, not at all. This packet is bigger, so it will be having more. Okay, see these two now. These two packs of rice. Which will have the more quantity of rice? And how can you say that? Yes, because this one is bigger than the other one. Okay, now let us see the packing of juice. Which pack will have more quantity of juice? This one, because this one is bigger. Very good. Every time you could correctly identify the bigger and smaller packing. Okay, now look at these packets. Out of these two, which packet will have more of chips? Yes? Think and answer. The two packets are equal in size. And these packets of rice? Or these packets of juice? They all are equal to each other. So all of these pairs must be having equal amount of materials inside them. But when this material is packed, that is at the time of their packing, how is this equal quantity measured? I am sure some measuring scale would have been used to weigh the quantity. Can we find out what quantity is there in one packet? Is that written somewhere on the packet? Let's see. Hey, look here. On this pack of chips, it's written 30 grams. Let's look at all the other packs also. Sugar, 1 kilogram. Cough syrup, 100 milliliters. Rice, 5 kilogram. Cooking oil, 1 liter. A bottle of soft drink, 330 milliliters. Bottle of eye drops, 10 milliliters. Pack of pulses, 500 grams. Butter, 100 grams. And milk pouch, 500 milliliters. See children, some of these things are measured in grams and kilograms, while some are measured in liters and milliliters. Let's separate them. Chips, 30 grams. Sugar, 1 kilogram. Rice, 5 kilogram. Pulses, 500 grams. Butter, 100 grams. And here on this side we will have cough syrup, 100 milliliters. Cooking oil, 1 liter. Soft drink, 330 milliliters. Eye drops, 10 milliliters. And milk pouch, 500 milliliters. See children, we have written separately the things that are measured in grams and kilograms and those measured in liters or milliliters. But children, why are a few things measured in grams or kilograms while other in liters or milliliters? What is this milliliters and liters? Look at the things carefully and think. Let us look at the names of all these things again. So on the side of grams and kilograms, we have chips, sugar, rice, pulses and butter. While on the side of liters and milliliters, we have cough syrup, cooking oil, a bottle of soft drink, eye drops and milk pouch. Hey children, did you notice? All the things in this side are the liquids, whereas all the things on the other side, they were eatables. Oh, so that's the reason. All the drinks or other liquids are measured in liters or milliliters, whereas the other objects are weighed in grams or kilograms. Okay, now look at all the objects measured in milliliters and liters. Is liter a bigger measure or milliliters? Which object here has the biggest measure? Yes, the cooking oil, 1 liter. And the smallest one? Oh, this eye drops bottle, 10 milliliter. So look at these two bottles and tell me which one is the bigger one, 1 liter or 10 milliliters? There are 10 milliliters, but they can be kept in this little bottle. Whereas the bottle used to keep just 1 liter of oil is much bigger. So liter must be the bigger measure. Do you know how many milliliters make 1 liter? Let's find out. Is 1 liter equal to 10 milliliters? No, 10 milliliters is too less. But suppose we take 10 such small bottles, that is 10 multiplied by 10, which will be equal to 100 milliliters. Will it be equal to 1 liter? No, it's still a less amount. You know what? To make 1 liter, we will need 100 such bottles. 100. 100 multiplied by 10, that is 1000 milliliters. Because 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. Can we make 1000 milliliters with the help of any other object here? Yes, this pouch of milk. It has 500 milliliters of milk. So how many such pouches will be needed to make 1000 milliliters? 500 milliliters plus 500 milliliters is equal to 1000 milliliters. It means we will need 2 such pouches. So we can write 500 ml plus 500 ml is equal to 1000 ml, that is 1 liter. Now let's try to make 1 liter again with the help of some other thing now. Look at this bottle of cough syrup. It reads 100 milliliters. So how many such bottles together shall make 1 liter? We know that 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. So we need 1000 milliliters. 1 bottle means 100 milliliter. 2 bottles will mean 200 milliliters. And 3 bottles, 300 milliliters. 4 bottles, 400 milliliters. Similarly, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 10 bottles will make 1000 milliliters. That is 1 whole liter. So tell me children, have we done the calculation correctly? Why not multiply 100 ml with 10 to check it? Yes, that's right. 100 multiplied by 10 is equal to 1000 milliliters. That is 1 liter. So 10 such bottles will make 1 whole liter. Okay, now tell me, if 1 liter can be made with the help of this bottle of soft drink? Let's try. This bottle has 330 milliliters. If we take one more of it, then it will make 330 plus 330, that is 660 milliliters. Thus taking one more of it, it will make 660 plus 330 is equal to 990 milliliters. Oh, that's not the whole 1000 milliliters. we are still short of 10 milliliters. What can we do now? Is there anything around that can make good this shortage of 10 milliliters? Yes, please look around and find out. Try to find something that can help us in making 1 liters. Hey, this little bottle of eye drops. 990 plus 10. It makes 1000 milliliter. Wow! So we could make 1 liter again. We can write 330 plus 330 plus 330 plus 10 equals to 1000 milliliters. That is 1 liter. Okay children, suppose you have a 1 liter water bottle and you want to fill it completely with water. But water is kept in a heavy pot. So how will you pour water into the bottle? To draw out water from the pot, we have a container. But it holds only 250 milliliter of water at a time. So tell me now, how will you fill the whole bottle now? Let's try. By filling this 250 milliliter container once and emptying it in the bottle, we will get 250 milliliters of water. Will it be enough to do it twice? Oh. So 3 times? No, not yet. So we will need to fill it 4 times and then empty into the bottle. Now we have 250 plus 250 plus 250 plus 250 equals to 1000 milliliters. That is 1 liter. See children, here an effort is made to complete 1000 milliliter in many different ways. Can you add them? Every time to find out if it could make 1000 milliliters or not. Let's see. 500 milliliters plus 250 milliliters plus 250 milliliters. 800 milliliters plus 200 milliliters. 750 milliliters plus 250 milliliters. 500 milliliters plus 500 milliliters. 100 milliliters plus 300 milliliters plus 300 milliliters plus 300 milliliters. 200 milliliters plus 200 milliliters plus 200 plus 200 and plus 200. 600 milliliters plus 400 milliliters. Okay children, how can we tell how much liquid is contained in any container? For example, how much water can a jug hold? Or how much milk is there in a container? Have you ever seen anyone taking milk from the milkman? How does a milkman get to know how much milk will be enough for them? We use 1 kilogram or half kilogram weights for weighing vegetables, etc. But milk is not weighed. It is measured in liters or milliliters. And how do we do that? Have you ever thought that? There must be some technique. Why not ask a milkman to find it out? You might have seen it before that the milkman has a special kind of container. It is specially designed to measure the quantity of milk. Now suppose it can fill 1 liter of milk at a time. So what can we do to measure 2 liters of milk? That's easy. We can use it 2 times. Then it will make 2 liters. Now suppose we need 2.5 liters of milk. That is 2 liters and half liter more. So what can we do to measure this half liter of milk? Can we use the guesswork here? No. The container used to measure milk has some markings at 250 milliliters, 500 milliliters, 750 milliliters, and so on. With the help of these markings, it becomes very easy to tell that how much quantity of milk is there in the container. So can you tell me up to which mark should a container be filled with milk to measure half liter of milk? 250 milliliters, 500 milliliters, or 1000 milliliters? Half liter means half of 1000 milliliters, that is 500 milliliters. Very good. Have you ever seen anything with such markings to measure some liquid? Yes, usually there is a small cap with the cough syrups or other syrups. It is to measure its quantity. Look at it carefully. It has some markings for 1 milliliter, 2 milliliter, 3 milliliter or 5 milliliters, etc. Now imagine if we have to use this cap to make a whole 1 liter. Then how many times do we need to fill it? 1000 divided by 5. It means 200 times. Oh no, that will be a really tiring job. I would never like to do it. And suppose if while filling the caps, someone forgets the counter, that how many times the cap has already been filled? Then it will have to be done all over again. No, that's not a good idea. We should use a little bigger container. Oh wait, we were looking for some containers to measure liquids. A few bathing mugs also have such markings. I have seen them on the containers used to store pulses also. On an injection or on some water bottles or sippers. Oh yes, the milk bottle of very young children also has such markings. So children, we can also measure our liquids with the help of any such container with these markings. But what if we do not get any such container? Then what will we do? Then why not make such a measuring vessel on our own? Can we do it? Yes, we can do it very easily. Let's begin. We can do this with the help of a transparent water bottle. So take a transparent plastic or glass bottle. Now take another 100 milliliter bottle of some syrup. And yes, don't forget to wash and clean it well. Okay, now fill this 100 milliliter bottle completely with water. And now empty it in the bigger transparent bottle. Now make a mark on the bottle at the water level and write 100 milliliter. This mark will tell that if the water in the bottle reaches up to this level, then it will mean that the bottle has 100 milliliters of water. Now fill the 100 milliliter bottle once again with water and empty it in the bigger bottle. Make another mark on the new level of the water and write 200 milliliters. Similarly, make the markings for 300 milliliters, 400 milliliters and so on. Bingo! Our measuring bottle is ready. Now tell me, if you drink 1 glass of water, then how many milliliters of water did you drink? What can you do to find it out? Yes, you can fill a glass of water and empty it in your measuring bottle. Now see the mark up to the level of water in the bottle. Suppose water reaches somewhere between the mark of 200 milliliters and 300 milliliters. Then what will it mean? It will mean the half of 200 and 300, that is 250 milliliters. That is, drinking 1 glass of water means drinking 250 milliliters of water. Yes, that's right. Okay children, all these containers measure 1 liter or lesser amount of liquids. But are there any containers that can be used to store more than 1 liter? Look at this bucket and this pot and this tub. Do you know this pot can store 10 liters of water? It means 10 bottles of 1 liter each. And this bucket, it can hold 25 liters of water. This tub holds as much as 50 liters of water. And look here, have you ever seen such a water tank? Somewhere on the house's roof? It can store as much as 500 liters of water. Oh, how big it is! Can you fill it with the help of that small 5 milliliter bottle cap? Never. Okay, children, now let's play a game with our measuring bottle. Take any jug, mug, glass, or bottle. Now make a guess about how much water it can store. Write it on a piece of paper. Now cross-check it with the help of your measuring bottle. If your guess was right, then you win. So, did you like it? You know what? We can even measure the rainwater with the help of our measuring bottle. Okay, children, tell me, how much is 1 drop of water? Maybe even less than 1 milliliter. Now imagine, if water drops are falling from a tap, then how much water will get wasted in 1 hour? Now measure it with your measuring bottle and check it. And now tell me that how much water will get wasted in 5 hours? And in 1 day? In 7 days? Did you see, children? Thousands of liters of water may get wasted drop by drop. That's why it is said that every drop of water is precious and we must save each and every drop of water, because little drops of water make the mighty ocean. Now make a promise to me that you will never waste water. Promise? Very good. Okay, so now some questions. Tell me, which container will hold more water? A water tank or a bucket of water? A glass of water or a jug? A water bottle or an ink pot? A milk pouch of 1 liter or a milk pouch of half a liter? Very good. Now tell me, children, which of these should be measured in milliliter and which in liters? A cup of milk. It will be quite less than 1 liter. So we will measure it in milliliters. I hope you have an idea that how much water can be stored in our measuring bottle. Any liquid less than that will be measured in milliliters, whereas for more we will use liters. So come, let's look at the other questions now. Water filled in a water tank. So now tell me quickly, this will be measured in liters. Very good. A glass of water? Milliliters. A bucket full of water? Liters. A spoonful of oil? Milliliters. Petrol filled in a car's tank? Liters. The ink in your pen? Milliliters. A glass full of juice. Milliliters. Okay, good. Now, let's convert the measures given in liters to milliliters. 1 liter is equal to 1 multiplied by 1000 is equal to 1000 milliliters. And 2 liters will be equal to 2 multiplied by 1000, that is 2000 milliliters. 5 liters is equal to 5 multiplied by 1000, that is 5000 milliliters. And 8 liters is equal to 8 multiplied by 1000, that is 8000 milliliters. Very good, children. You made a great use of your brain. So this was your chapter, Jugs and Mugs. If you have not made any measuring bottle till now, then quickly make it and then play with it. First, make a guess how much water can be stored in a container and then cross-check it with the help of your measuring bottle. Play this game with your friends. Whoever will make the right guess will win. Yes, and also solve all the questions given in your book. This will be your homework. And now we will meet in the next chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.